Hi, my name is Edward McGinnis, and I'm the founder of Dinner Up, a food service dedicated to my passion for the family dinner hour. Located in Columbus, Ohio, we prepare hot, ready-to-eat, nutritious meals, and we serve them in such a way that all you need to do is gather around the table and be present with your family. There's no cooking, no shopping, no cleaning, just time spent with family. At Dinner Up, we prepare our meals in reusable service containers and we deliver them in thermal catering totes. So it's really very easy. You just scoop the food out onto your plate, put the pans back into the tote, set the tote outside your door, and let us know when you're ready, and we pick it up. Think of it as room service for the home. My passion for the family dinner hour comes from my experiences growing up in Dayton. In my house, if you weren't in your seat by 6:30, you were either in the hospital or on the moon. There's no exceptions. And as one of 7 kids, you can imagine the goings-on around our table. We just had this expansive feast and, lots of chatter and dishes being passed around, a warm and rich atmosphere. Sometimes. Not all the times. Mostly it was chaos. A lot of shouting, a lot of crying, eat your vegetables. But whatever the mood, there was something always going on. And I know ours wasn't the only family that had that kind of experience. And despite the bad experiences, we always remember the good. How about you? Do you remember your family dinner hour? Of course you do. And how many of you try to have that same experience in your home today? It's not that easy. And this is why I have such a passion that surrounds the family dinner hour. As we gather around the table, we have the ability to share our greatest gifts. Like, I knew who my sister was going to the prom with, or my parents knew all my friends' names without meeting half of them. And what I learned about politics with the debates going on at our table, that's funny, but it was all there. It was our greatest social network. And the heritage. The stories that my parents would tell about their lives that I get to tell my kids, like the time before they got married. Now, Mom and Pop were from the San Francisco Bay Area, and while they were dating, my mom, whose mother was Italian, would invite Pop over for dinner. My dad would tell this story over and over, and he would say how thrilled he was to be invited over to this beautiful feast by this amazing woman. And there my mom would be in her apron and oven mitts, holding a pan of garlic bread. And with a big toothy grin, my dad would always say, "And I scored big. Beautiful woman, and bonus, an Italian feast." Now, not long after that, they got married, had a nice little honeymoon, and moved east. They settled in a town outside of Dayton, Ohio, and began their newlywed life. For the first couple of weeks, the dinners were very indistinguishable. After all, they were setting up their house, unpacking everything, and getting their lives together. And after a couple of weeks, my dad would start to wonder when the lasagna was going to show up, or when the chicken parmesan was going to be there when he got home for dinner. And after several months of hamburgers and not so spectacular attempts at cooking dinner, Pop finally asked, "Darling, is there a problem? Where's the feast?" Well, my mom stood up. She burst out into tears, ran into the bathroom, and locked the door. And as my father would say, he calmly walked over and comforted my mom, and she confessed that she didn't know how to cook. That all those dinners that my dad enjoyed so much was cooked by her mother. She just took the credit. Well, now, here's where the wisdom of my dad made such an impact on my life. Pop was not going to let a problem like this bother him or dissuade him from having the beautiful life with this wonderful woman. So he declared, well, we'll just hire a cook. And from then on, our family dinners have been an amazing part of my life. The things I've learned from the experiences of my sibling, the wisdom of my parents, I can never get from my smartphone or social media or even the internet. It's just how it is. So, and I know that not all dinners are the Rockwellian scenes, or not all families are the same. But by getting together for dinner, and say having a phone basket where you can take all the distractions away, where you can focus it on those around you, you can bring yourself closer, you can solve problems, you can share your feelings, and bring a more gifted value to those around you. Gather around the table, and you can change the world.